Renewed attention on a disturbing trend on airplanes. A North Carolina man pleaded guilty to assaulting a teen on a flight to Seattle. The FBI is using this case to warn others before the busy summer travel season. King 5's Maddie White joining us now in studio with details. Maddie.
Greg, records show while seated next to a 15-year-old girl, an elderly man named Jack Roberson pretended to be asleep when he slipped his hand onto the girl's thigh and ran it up and under her skirt. What happened next is what the U.S. attorney calls an act of bravery.
Oftentimes what we see is victims freeze. They're terrified.
Shocked and afraid. It's how federal officials say the teenager felt after it happened.
They don't know what to do. They have nowhere to go. They're captive. They're right next to the person who just sexually assaulted them.
But the girl then bravely reported being groped to her guardian, who called over the flight attendant.
And these people show such courage and such bravery.
They moved Roberson to a different seat. Upon arrival to Sea-Tac, he was met with handcuffs and now is sentenced to 6 months in federal prison.
We hope folks recognize that's a hazardous choice.
Between 2019 and 2023, the FBI tells me they've seen a 60% increase in cases like these, sexual assaults on an aircraft.
There is a threat to people on airplanes, and that we want passengers to be paying attention, not only for themselves, but for their co-travelers.
Since the beginning of this year, law enforcement has responded to Sea-Tac for 9 instances of inappropriate touching on an aircraft. To put that into perspective, the FBI investigated just 96 cases across the nation in all of last year.
And unfortunately, we've seen a disturbing uptick in these really horrible assaults.
Too many of them, U.S. Attorney Tessa Gorman says, are kids.
A lot of these crimes are affecting kids from 14 to 16, so they're young people.
And ahead of the summer travel rush,
bystanders can really help out victims and survivors of this crime.
When something seems unusual, as we always say, if you see something, say something and do something.
As for why we're seeing an increase in aircraft sex assaults, federal officials told me they hope it's just that more people are reporting, but that it also could be that travel numbers are high and Sea-Tac is a big hub for global travel. In studio, I'm Maddie White, King 5 News.